Okay, so I've got my window jambs, and looking at the photo again, you can see that the window head is basically the same size. It's definitely the same depth. So I'm going to, I'll do it in ceiling plans, or so I'll keep it simple. I'm going to do it in floor plans, in ref level floor plans, and I'm going to make an extrusion again. So on the Create tab, I'm just going to click on Extrusion and make another rectangle. And I'm going to make this from the corner of the extrusion that I already have to... now sorry, that won't be clear. So I'll do it a little bit differently. Sorry about this. I'm going to make it not there. You can probably guess already, we need to align just so that you can see, and I don't need to use any tricks. I'm going to start in space. So I'm going to draw my rectangle here, starting inside the jam, and I'm going to do the other corner, again in empty space away from the jam. Just because, as you saw, when you align things with the place they're already at, or with the edge they're already in line with, it's not so clear, and it's often easier if it is dragged away or not aligned. Yep. So I'm going to use the Align tool again, this time using the edge of the window jam. Then I'll select this edge here, and I'll get the locks in. So can you see how we know where that edge is going to be, because we've set that already? So now, when the window changes size, this edge is always going to follow the window jam, so we don't need to do any more than that. It's locked to that side, and then on the right-hand side... Oh, we'll do that next. So that's the next thing. Oh, so yeah, the white, yeah, that's right. The white, yeah, the width is right. Yeah, that's right.
You can change the width.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yep, that's it.
So we need to align it to the edge against the wall, right?
To the window jam. So here, so you can see on mine, this edge here, and then the edge of the... What's it saying? Yep, just remove constraints. It'll give you a button when it says that. So when it says constraints are not satisfied, click remove constraints. Yep. Oh, okay, I'll need to check that. So you've got it over constrained. That's what I'll probably check that in a minute. Okay, so that's the top and the bottom. So that's the left and the right. Now I want the top and the bottom edge. So I'll start with the top of my window jam, and then choose this edge, lock, then the bottom, then this edge, lock it. Yep. You have to edit the sketch usually. So after you finish it, you go Edit Extrusion to get back to the sketch, and then you can use the Align tool again. Yep. Yeah. Okay, now before I try to set the height for this one, I'm going to change these values over here. So in Properties, you can see it'll probably be 0 to 250, which means it's only 25 centimetres off the ground. So I'm going to change this to maybe 1,000 for the start, and then, I don't know, 1,100, 1,200 maybe for the end, just as a starting point. If that's not clear, it will be when I finish it. So I'll click tick to finish, and now in the 3D view, notice how it's up off the ground. And this is probably the hardest bit of the lot. I'm just going to show you this slowly. I'm going to orbit. Yep. For the... Oh, well, so I'm just orbiting there so you can see it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do it in an exterior view because it will be easier. So I'm going to change to exterior. And then we can see, again, that it's got the arrows at the top and the bottom. And so I'm going to click and drag on the arrow at the top and snap it onto the window opening and then lock. That's not the hard bit. The hard bit is the bottom. So how do we get that to stay a distance from the top there? If I drag this up and down, how do I make that stay a certain distance from the reference plane or the edge at the top there? Exactly, spot on. That's good. I was thinking no one's going to get this. That's spot on. That's right. So that's a good way. You can be tricky and you can put in parameters with formulas, which I'll show you later. But you don't need to be tricky here. You can just use the option, which that's really good. This is the way most people would do it, using on the Create tab, reference plane, not reference line. Just want to emphasize that. People sometimes get them mixed up. Reference planes and reference lines are different. So reference plane, you can draw in the elevation view here. There's my dimension, but I might draw one to make sure it sticks there. Just put it over there. Select it, selecting the reference plane, of course, to change the number here to 50. Sorry, not 50, 35. And then, okay, so I've selected the reference plane to change the number, and now I select the dimension to lock it. And then, as you were saying, that's great, you can click and drag to bring that arrow up to the reference plane, then lock it. And to test that, what do? Flex in family types. So it's mainly the height I'm concerned with here. I'm going to change the height to 1200. Click apply. Bingo. So it's moving up and down, left and right. Let's try that. So 2000. And that's changing as well. So I'll undo that to bring the sizes back. And maybe at this point, because I've done a bit, I'll make sure I save that file. And I'll give you some time to work on that.